It's tech week again, which means my entire schedule is about to become completely unhinged. And naturally, every single time this happens, I decide it's also the perfect opportunity to track how much crafting I can get done. I genuinely don't know why I keep choosing to do these during tech week, because realistically, I'm about to be exhausted, eating questionable snacks and drinking way too much caffeine, trying to knit in tiny backstage pockets of free time that probably should be spent resting, but somehow these weeks always turn into some of my favorite crafting memories. So for the next week, I'm documenting everything I actually managed to stitch during one very chaotic tech week for Legally Blonde, the musical. This bun came out so good. Oh my gosh. It's not gonna stay. I know it's not. I do have today off, and I chose to use that day to still dance. I think that's how you know you're obsessed with something or you just love something, when you have the opportunity to not do it. And you probably shouldn't, because I should probably be resting, but instead I'm choosing to better myself in the craft by taking a class. Yeah. So go me on that front, I guess. Okay, so let me just give you a quick little rundown of how absolutely insane not today, but this week is about to be. Aside from rehearsals, I am also including some crazy personal stuff going on. I like literally stacked this week. I don't know what I was thinking. I clearly wasn't, but I'm getting together with a friend tomorrow, and then Tuesday I am doing my grandma's hair. Wednesday I'm getting my hair done, and then Thursday I think the morning time is actually open. I have nothing, so that might be a rest day before rehearsal. And then Friday I chose to go to Disneyland. I have a reservation for Disneyland on opening night. And then Saturday I have rehearsal for the other show that I'm doing before the performance on Saturday. And then Sunday is our first matinee. And that's how long I'm taking you through this journey. I have to go because I have a dance class that I gotta get to, but that's this week. Goodbye. Is actually optional, and I'm going to choose to stay home tonight because tonight's rehearsal is a pickup rehearsal for choreography, and as a dancer first, I do feel really confident in the choreography, and at the most I would just need to go over one number, and I think I can do that myself at home. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a few things that I've been procrastinating and keep cleaning the house. Well, I ran out. Okay, so yeah, it definitely sucks that I finished the skein of yarn on this and I don't have any white cotton at home, and this is for the senior center, so I do have to use their yarn. Well, I guess I don't have to, it's still a donation regardless if I do or don't, but because I don't have the yarn, and I know that they do because I recently donated a bunch of cotton from my personal stash, so I know that they have it. I just have to wait until I can go, and they only have crafting sessions on Fridays, and it's not Friday, it's currently Tuesday. But I'm not gonna go to the senior center this week, so that means this project is done for now. But let's see how many stitches I got with today's work. I actually already did the math. I did 584 stitches on this guy today, finishing off that skein. And you know what, let's just go ahead and do the math of this particular project, just save me something else to do. 1,777 stitches on this granny square project alone. So if you had any guesses of me doing 2,000 or less, you can go ahead and change your guess now. Theater snacks. This looks great. except this is not performance hair. So let's change that. Look at this little baby. Ready, go. Well, this is fun. Fourth coffee today. It's opening night! And as if this week wasn't chaotic enough, I started my period this morning! Yay! That's so good for me. Hey, it's the end of Tech Week and the end of opening weekend for Legally Blonde, and I just have to say I am so excited that the show is finally up and running. We have 3 more weekends, and I just know I'm gonna have a blast performing every single one of those weekends because it's already been so much fun. I know the week looks like it was absolutely chaotic because it was, but I promise I was having fun. I now have some stats to throw at you, so I hope you are ready to be spitfired numbers at. It's just gonna be number after number after number. You're welcome to try and do the math, but I promise I already did it. I just like to go one project at a time, every day at a time as well. So I worked on 5 different projects in the course of this Tech Week, and I am very pleased with how I did. If you haven't yet taken a guess of how many stitches I did this week, this is your final chance. The sweater that I've been working on for my husband looks like this. Got decent work done on the body this week, and I think it's coming along great. But here are the numbers for that. On Friday, which was day 1, I did 1,251 stitches. Then on Saturday, I did 1,302. I didn't do anything on Monday or Tuesday for this project, but I picked it up again on Wednesday and did 967. Thursday, I didn't touch it again, but Friday, I did 238 stitches. Saturday, again, I didn't touch the thing, but on Sunday, I did 583 stitches, giving me a total for that sweater 4,341 stitches. So if you guessed under 4,000, you're already out because I have 4 other projects that I worked on. The next project that I was keeping track on was my cross stitch patch, which I'm working on Rock of Ages. If you're new to my channel, I am working on a cross stitch patch for every single musical that I have performed in, and I'm going to eventually put it on a zip-up hoodie, and this is just the one that I'm working on right now. I think that at the start of this week I was still working on the K for this one, and I've just been working my way back across the word ages. And I think I could have done better, but I didn't touch this one too much this week either. So for the numbers on that one, I did 60 stitches on Friday, 74 on Monday. So if I didn't touch it, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that day. Tuesday, I did 90 stitches. And I picked it up again on Thursday for a total of 87 stitches. And the last time I worked on it was Saturday with 48 stitches, giving me a total for the week 359. And then we did already chat about the Granny Square Senior Center blanket. It is currently in my car, and I'm so sorry I couldn't be bothered to pull it out when I knew I already had a chunk of sitting down and talking to you guys about it. And I even told you how many stitches were there. But for a reminder, I did 1,777 stitches on that project. And then I also was working on the pattern design that I'm working on in the background, and that is this t-shirt that doesn't look like much of a t-shirt right now. This is inspired by the chevron t-shirt that Taylor wears in her Lavender Haze music video, and I am calling it the Chevron Haze. It's gonna be a long journey of designing that, but it's okay, it's okay. But the stitch numbers for that were Friday, I did 648. Monday, I did 1,896. And Friday was the last time I touched it, and it was 312 stitches that I did, giving me a total of 2,856 stitches for this alone. And the very last thing I worked on this week, which I know I said I wanted to show you everything, I'm so sorry, I wasn't that prepared, but I am working on a blanket that I only make progress on anytime I go to Disneyland. And that is just a simple garter stitch, knit back and forth all the way until eternity, basically. It's a tiny little triangle right now, but I worked on that while at Disneyland this week, and I made 762 stitches on that. Numbers are almost done, I promise. You're doing great. So the winner of how many stitches I did in one singular day is Monday, and I did 2,648 stitches. I also like to check how many stitches I did on one singular project, or whichever one wins the most, and that was my husband's sweater with 4,341. And then we can finally do the math, if you haven't already, to see how many stitches I made in Tech Week for Legally Blonde. 10,095 stitches. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, and I must say it is one of my favorite videos to make on this channel, because it involves almost everything that I enjoy. But that is gonna be it for today. I hope to see you somewhere else on my channel, as I have some other fun things in the works. I have another Tech Week stitching coming up in a few months as well, so keep your eyes out for that. But until the next time I see you, have a great day. Cheers.